guys, it's your girl Amber back with another video. I know I always said I was gonna upload on certain days. I think I said every week, but I've been slacking. I just haven't had any real motivation to do a video, or actually what to do a video on. But I've come back to you guys just to share my whole, I guess, how I found out I was pregnant. And yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, so like most parents, my parents were not thrilled at all once they found out I was pregnant. My dad was very disappointed in me. He didn't really say that with words, but he did say that like with his look, and I understood that because I got pregnant back in 2016, and I had my son in 2017. He was born, and my mom actually told me that I was pregnant. She was like, "Are you pregnant?" I was just like, "No, like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not pregnant." So, I would have like these, I guess, like nauseous spells. Like I would not want to eat, and I would eat the weirdest things. I'm like, why am I eating this? Like I would eat I would dip like my plain potato chips in like mustard, or like I would like put, I know it sounds so crazy, but I would put like jelly on, like dip mozzarella sticks and like dip it in jelly. So like those are like some of the weird cravings that I had before I found out and actually took the pregnancy test to find out I was pregnant. And at the time I was kind of like living with my boyfriend, which is my son's father, at the time. And we were kind of, well, I was kind of living with my parents and I was living with my boyfriend at the same time. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. But when we took the pregnancy test, I wasn't gonna get one of those cheap ones because I needed to know like right then and there. Like I wasn't wasting time. I was just like, I need to find out if I'm pregnant or not. So we get the clear blue, the one that actually tells you like how far along you are. So we get it, and I'm like, my thing is like, I'm not pregnant. Like I'm thinking in my head, because I'm like really trying to like persuade myself that I'm not pregnant. So I take the test, and the craziest thing, I wish you could save tests, but I just took a picture. The craziest thing, I found out I was already, was it 3 months or 3 weeks? I think it was already 3 months. I was already 3 months and I found out I was pregnant. So at the time, like my heart just dropped. I'm like, I can't be pregnant. So I was like, that makes sense now, because you know all the cravings I've been having, all the weird cravings I've been having, and I was just kind of like at a standstill. Like I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do? Like I'm pregnant. Like how am I gonna tell my mom? I'm gonna tell my grandmother. Basically, how am I gonna tell anybody that I'm pregnant? But at the time, my boyfriend, he was elated. I think I don't know. I probably have to ask him like why were you so happy? Like, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is about to be real. So like I said, my mom knew before I even knew. I just had doubt because I didn't want to actually, you know, it took me a while to actually get a test and actually find out the results, because I was just trying to like procrastinate, or not even procrastinate, just trying to elongate, like, you know, just finding out the truth. Because I like, it was like 50-50. The feeling was the 50-50. Like basically, like I felt as though I wasn't pregnant, but then like half of me felt like I was. So that's why I was just like, let me not get a test. But when I did, I was 3 months pregnant, and I was like, all right, so what are we gonna do? And like through the whole time of me being pregnant, it was not fun at all. Like you can just see the disappointment in my mom's face, my dad's face, and then of course, you know, everybody else was like, really, like Amber's pregnant? Like out of everybody, like Amber's pregnant? And I was just like, yeah, like surprise. But yeah, that's how I pretty much found out I was pregnant. I was 3 months along. But I know we did have some like what do you call it, like some issues, not issues, not with the pregnancy, but I guess within my relationship we had some issues, but I'm not gonna go really into that. That's basically just how I found out I was pregnant, really. Like, I'm trying to think what else. Let's think. But as I like got closer to my due date, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pregnant." Like, they was like, "Oh my gosh, sit down, sit down." I'm like, "No," and that's one thing about me. Like when I was pregnant, I never stopped moving. Like I think that's why my labor was actually, it went so smoothly. Like when I got to the hospital, they actually had to induce me, which I'm kind of glad. It's not one of those stories where it's just like, oh my gosh, my water broke, because I'm not good with pain at all. Like I was not gonna do a natural birth. Like shout out to the people who have natural births. It's wonderful for you guys. Like kudos to you guys. But I just knew in my head, my level or tolerance for pain is not as high as most people. So when I got to actually, I think it was I 41 weeks and they had to induce me? Yeah, I think it was 41 weeks and they induced me. I had him at Mercy Hospital, which I don't know if you guys know, but it's in Baltimore. I had him at Mercy, and when I got there, um, when I had got to the hospital, I was like, I told the doctors, I was just like, I want to turn around, I want to turn around. And I'm thinking in my head, like, Amber, this is not a roller coaster ride. Like, you can't just get off. Like, you're going to have to go through this. So I'm like mentally trying to prepare myself to go through this. And I'm like, well, my mom did it, her mom did it. And it's just like, I can do it too. Like, and I feel like the people who actually go through childbirth, like, those people are strong whether you get an epidural or not. Like, you're still strong because it's not only a physical thing, it's mental. So they had to do like a whole bunch of, like, not a whole bunch of stuff, but I guess since I was dilating, but I wasn't dilating, so they had to help me, become dilated. And I'm trying to think, like, how did it go? Like, because it's all a blur to me. Like, I just wanted to share it, like, before I forget in full. But yeah, they had to help me become dilated, and they kind of like gave me like this balloon instrument to kind of like, help the process along. I was like, epidural, yes, there's no question about it. Like, pass me, like, bring a doctor in, like, let's get this moving, like, because the contractions, even though they gave me the epidural, I still could feel a little bit, but like after a while it was like completely numb. And I think I pushed like maybe like, I want to say maybe like a couple times, and he was just like out of there, and I was just like, okay, like, where's my Diet Coke? Because I haven't had, not a Diet Coke, I mean cherry Coke. Where's my cherry Coke? Because I haven't had any soda during the whole 9 months. I'm like, okay, I need to, like, I just need a whole big Sprite in front of me. I'm hungry, I'm tired, like. And one thing not that I wouldn't suggest, but I just feel so like the epidural did have some effects. Of course, they always tell you that, like, yeah, it does have effects, but it also has like maybe even like psychological effects. I think like some of the medicines that they give you, like, it has psychological effects, because they was like, Amber, like, you were crying and you were laughing, you're crying, you're laughing, like like who does that? So that's pretty much it. My pregnancy, like my labor, childbirth was a breeze pretty much, because I think it's because I stayed active. But I wish I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. Like have like a maternity shoot, and like, have like the little what do they do? Oh, like the gender reveal, because when I actually found out August was a boy, I was like, man, like what? Like I wasn't like heartbroken, but I was like, man, I wanted a girl, like so I could like dress her up, like, like me, like, I did like a mommy and me, but I God knew what he was doing, because yeah, I love August to death. and I wouldn't change it for anything. Like, I would not change me being pregnant, who I got pregnant by. I wouldn't change it, because I feel as though when people say, "Oh, I want to go back and change a few things," so you change a few things, well, that might just affect your future, and you might have what do you call it? You might have a, I guess, well, I'm gonna say more terrible, because we can't say that, but you might have a future that you might not like even more. So I don't have any regrets, but I do wish that I would have cherished that moment a little bit more. But I say this and I share this with you guys because I feel as though most people um think that once you have a child, or or two children, two children, or multiple children, they feel as though their lives are over, and that's not the case. I was actually listening to a sermon by Sarah Sarah Jakes Robert. I think she hyphenated her name, so Sarah J. Roberts, and basically, uh, Bruce Hills still crush serpents' heads, meaning that no matter what you go through in life, you can still get over. You can still make it to the next level. You can still be the best you. So that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. Even though I found out I didn't actually have a teen pregnancy, but it was kind of a young, being young, instead of as just being at getting pregnant at such a young age hasn't really affected me. I feel as though it actually helped me, become less selfish, organized, and just helped me become a better me. Um, help me get up every day, like even motivation to get up every day. I'm not saying I wouldn't get up every day if I didn't have him, but he pushes me. So I feel as though God, he of course he works in mysterious ways. You don't know what the future holds for you, but I do know that no matter what you go through in life, no matter how bruised or broken you may feel, I feel as though you can still make it through, make it to the next level. It kind of it betters you. You can say, "Oh, I went through this, I went through that, but I made it out." So that's basically my story of me finding out I was pregnant, and how I found out I was pregnant, and like a little glimpse of, I guess, my whole labor. And also, I guess I can kind of update you guys now. He's 3, or he turns 3 this April. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the like, and give it a thumbs up, and also put in the comment section below what you guys would like to see next. And until the next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys soon.